As I live and breathe, welcome to the ChimiComicsCast. I'm your host, Tanner Kirby, alongside Mr. ChimiComics, Riley Davis. And to my left, the man who's never wrong,
White Smith.
Dang right. Now, most of you know we are huge comic book nerds, so each and every month we come together to talk about all things comic books, and not just paperbacks or issues, but movies, TVs, and video games. So, as we start every segment for the ChimiComicsCast, segment 1 is So True Believers. What have you guys been reading this month?
Okay, well, I'll start with my pile.
Oh Lord, he's got a pile.
I do have a small pile. So a few weeks ago, on my channel, I unboxed this beautiful book. And I said, well, I can't wait to get into this.
Right.
And actually read these for the first time. So, Wyatt and I covered the Venom First Appearance issues, which is what the first several issues of this book are. But the rest of it I went through and read. That totaled about 26 issues. It's pretty good stuff. It was mostly drawn by Todd McFarlane.
Right.
It's on this book. A little bit by Eric Larson, but it's really good art. And David Michelinie tells a good story. I think it continues in another omnibus that I don't have yet, so I'm excited to go forward with that. But yeah, like Mary Jane gets hit on by this guy. He's like a rich guy. His name
Naturally.
is Jonathan Caesar.
Is he friends with Harry?
No, he's not. And he makes his advances,
Right.
and she turns him down, you know, because she's married to Peter.
Naturally.
And this lunatic kidnaps her.
Ah!
That's the best way to a girl's heart.
Yes,
Just
kidnap her.
Damn right.
Tanner knows.
So that happens. Jeez. So that happens. Yeah, it's all kinds of crazy stuff in this book.
Got you. So you've got another one there too.
Yeah. So that's my Spider-Man.
So you've
I
been
love my
reading that,
Spider-Man.
and you've also been reading Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Call back up with some TMNT. This is volume 5. It's got Turtles in Time miniseries and issues 38 through 44 of the main series, and the TMNT Ghostbusters crossover, which is pretty cool.
Is it the original Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, it's not the women. No. Good lord. What I loved is we finally get Bebop and Rocksteady.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
But also, so who publishes that?
IDW.
What is IDW exactly? They used to do Doctor Who comics.
They
I know
do
that.
a lot of licensed stuff.
So they just do licensed comics mainly?
Pretty much. They do
Gotcha.
Transformers, G.I. Joe.
For some reason, I always thought they were like an offshoot of Image or something.
No,
I didn't really know.
they're
There's
just
so many,
another independent comic company.
so many independent comic companies that I don't really understand. But also,
The cool thing is how...
So you read this whole thing?
Yeah. The
Awesome.
cool thing is how they take all of these miniseries and they weave it into the story of the main series.
Yeah.
So what happened in the Ghostbusters crossover, it crosses over with what's happening in the main title
Nice.
in the story. So it's pretty cool stuff.
That's really cool.
And I love these little books they publish. They're really nice. The paper's so thick. And it's just really nice
Is it
stuff.
still
They even
going
come with
on?
a
Is it
ribbon.
still ongoing?
Yeah, still
Awesome.
going strong. I've got 8 volumes, which is all they've put out so far. But there's
Is that
still
just volume 5?
Yeah. This is
So you
volume
have 3 more volumes to go through.
5. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll be doing that pretty soon. But yeah, the series is still being written, so who knows how many books we're gonna have
Gotcha.
by the time it's all over.
So which out of those two, which is the best one you've read?
Dang, that's hard. I love my Spider-Man, but the TMNT was just something happens in this particular book that's really hard hitting and
Right.
sad. So I'd go with that one.
Nice.
Pretty enjoyable.
What have you been reading this
I haven't
month?
had any comics I've been reading, but I've been reading other nerd books. Just like novels. I've got a Star Wars one that I've been reading called Twilight Company. I didn't come prepared and bring it like Riley did.
That's
know
okay.
that
I didn't
was a
bring anything
prerequisite.
either.
But it's during the between episode 5 and episode 6. No, it's between episode 4 and episode 5.
Right.
With the rebels, they're started after the first Death Star has been blown up. They've started to fight an actual war, And it's more about the troops and the soldiers in the war than the big force users and all that
Right.
stuff that happens in the movies. So it's more like a military tale about
Gotcha.
brothers in a unit fighting withdrawal, really, because
Gotcha.
they've been getting beaten.
That is right up your alley.
It
That
really is.
So this is like in the Rebel Alliance too?
Yeah, it's called
cool.
Twilight Company,
Twilight Company.
and that's where
Now was this
So who published it?
uh,
I guess one of the Star Wars novels. Right?
yeah, it's so
now is this Legends
They're-
or is
so
this
this
They're
is
canon.
it's canon.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
canon.
this is the canon one. Okay.
Yeah,
making
not
sure.
Legends.
No, not the Legends comics. They've
Mm-mm.
kind of been scrapped. This is a novel that's still canon.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. Also, who's the guy who writes the Thrawn stuff? What's his Timothy Zahn?
Yes.
You read anything about Timothy Zahn?
I've read very little, but I know about the Thrawn trilogy. and I want
I've
to
heard
read
those
it.
were so good.
There
I,
are.
I feel like I should do it, but then I'm like, oh, this isn't canon, so what's the point?
It's-
But they've got a canon version now, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty
he was
sure
in, he was in Rebels.
Yeah, I'm
and
pretty sure he's like
Rebels
just in
wasn't
the in
the
between of
best.
4 and 5, and not after the original trilogy like he was before.
Yeah, Rebels wasn't the best show, but Thrawn, he was done pretty well.
Right, the animation always threw me off with Rebels, so. But it was cool. I watched the Obi-Wan and the Darth Maul episode.
Oh, dude,
and
that
was
one
cool.
was awesome. Like, especially their lightsaber duel.
Oh, yeah.
Some people said too
Yeah.
short, but I mean,
It's
it was
Obi-Wan.
like a samurai battle.
I mean,
dude.
and it's
just
more
one
it's
slash.
more equivalent to the episode 4 Obi-Wan 2 of the poke.
yeah, that's another thing about.
So I'm okay with that. I
Yeah.
don't expect them to be flying around at like 80 years old.
I love that joke.
Unlike Yoda.
That joke about the Vader scene at the end of Rogue One,
Right.
where it makes his next fight in the timeline even more ridiculous.
Right.
What about you?
So for me, I read a lot this time.
Okay.
I have a whole list.
That's good.
I could go through the list if you want me to,
Please do.
but also, well, I can just tell you. So I read Batman Damned #1,
Okay.
which is really good. It's somebody killed the Joker. Batman's trying to figure out who it was. It's very dark. There's a bat penis at one point, which is something. And then I read Green Valley by Max Landis.
What you read, was that in it?
No, the one
Okay.
I read is blacked out.
All right. That's what.
But if you want the penis version, you can go out and pay $700
Yeah,
for, or however
yeah.
much it's going for. And then I read Green Valley by Max Landis, which is awesome. It's awesome. It's a standalone. Max
Definitely
Landis
check
writes
that
these
out.
great stories of just they're standalone. You can read through them real quick. It's like you're watching a movie, basically. Love it. Awesome. One of the best things I read this month until I read Vision by Tom King.
Yeah.
Tom King wrote Vision, and the whole story of the Vision, I don't know if it's called Vision or just The Visions. I'm pretty sure it's just Vision or The Vision. And it's basically Vision, you know, from the MCU. He's a robot guy. You don't know much about him. I had no idea anything about Vision or anything story-wise. But it's him trying to start a family and be normal.
Yep.
So he has a robot family, they have a robot dog, and then things go to shit. And it is amazing. And I'm just going to leave you with that because I want y'all both to read it because it's awesome.
Yeah.
But those two are my favorites. I also read like Doctor Who, Lost Dimension, which is a collection of all the doctors coming together. It was cool. They bring back a couple characters from the series that you know haven't came back on the TV show, such as Jenny, the Doctor's daughter. So that was cool. And then I've read a lot of. I read Superman, Last Son of Krypton. That was good.
Oh yeah.
Last Son of Krypton was good. Superman, you know, I like Superman. So I kind of got a hard spot in my heart.
Jeff
for it.
Johns.
Jeff Johns. It was good. It was really good. I was really impressed by it.
I love his work.
I'm gonna read Superman Birthright this next month.
Oh yeah. That's
But
a good one to read.
so I read that. That was really good. I'm trying to think of what else I read. I read something else. Oh, I started Saga. Couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know if you're watching and you think that I should continue with Saga. Please tell me, because I don't know why everybody's hooked on it. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm gonna try to read a little more of it. I'm gonna read Batman
You,
Damned #2.
You read Batman Earth 1 too, didn't you?
I read Batman Earth 1 Volume 2, and that would probably be third on the list of really good stuff because that was incredible. That was really good. That's also Jeff Johns,
Yeah.
and that was awesome.
And Gary Frank.
Yep, and Gary Frank. Need to read that too. 'cause
That's the
awesome.
team on Doomsday Clock.
I'm ready for Volume 3 because that was good.
Yeah.
I really like the
They
Earth 1 stories.
announced
Green
it.
Lantern Earth 1.
Oh
Not
yeah.
that good.
Not that good.
Not that good. Did not care for it. Did not
I can't
appreciate
remember
it.
who wrote that.
But knowing me, I don't really care for Green Lantern that
Okay,
much.
well,
So I don't know, but also they
You know-
kind of muddle the ground of the Lantern Corps.
don't take offense to this
Yeah.
in any way, but if you were a character in DC, I think you would be Hal Jordan.
Well, that's cool.
Oh,
I appreciate that. I like being a Green Lantern. On DC Universe Online, I'd play as a Green Lantern.
So it puzzles me why you don't like him.
No, I like the story that this book tries to tell. I just don't agree with it.
Okay.
I can't explain that without spoiling it. And
Okay.
if you're wanting to read it, I want to spoil it for you.
Fair enough.
So,
I'll check it out.
but I'll tell you this, because this is just his origin. Green Lantern he's an astronaut.
Yeah.
He's not chosen by the ring. He can just put it on.
Oh, okay.
So it's more like a weapon than a "we chose you" thing. And then he meets Kilowog and do story. I mean, I'd read volume 2 if it came out, but like, I'm not excited for it. It was just like,
Yeah.
all right, that was a book. So, anyways, now that we've gotten out all that we've read for the month, let's decide on what's the required reading for Read and Tell, a future Read and Tell.
Okay.
My vote is for Green Valley and or Vision. Either of those appeal to you?
But when you were talking about Vision, that we don't do as much Marvel as we do DC, and we've done a lot of DC. I think we should probably
and
do
then
some.
Green Valley's independent too.
I want to do both of them. I like
Okay.
them both.
You want to start with Vision?
Visions go with me. It's 2 volumes though, so you're reading 2 6-page issues.
Yeah, it's
12 issues. Yeah, it's good though. I read the first volume, then I read Identity Crisis for the Read and Tell, and I was like, shit, I have to go back and read Vision because I want to figure out what happens. I was like the whole time I was reading Identity Crisis, which was incredible, I was thinking, I gotta go back and read Vision.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
I was like, that was so good. I want to read it more. So I went back, read the whole thing. I was like, oh, I want some more of this. Because that was awesome. So I'm going to go start. Next month, I'm also going to start reading Tom King.
If you want more of that, read Mr. Miracle.
I got to read that
It's
next.
the same kind of thing.
All that's on Hoopla is issue 1. So
Also by Tom King.
also by Tom King. So I'm just going to, next month, I'm going on a tear of Tom King's. So we've decided that required reading for Read and Tell will be Division and maybe Green Valley in the future, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good with me.
good.
Okay, now for topic of the show. All right, topic of the show. We decided to rank our top comic book movies. We want to let y'all see kind of who we are as people, and
People are gonna
see
hate
our
me.
taste and see what we like. So, first, we're gonna pull up Riley's list.
All right.
Riley, please go through each individual one. Tell us why they're at where they're at,
So
and we'll put that graphic on the show for you.
for
Go.
me, Spider-Man has to be at the top. The first one with Tobey Maguire and the Green Goblin. A lot of people like the second one better, but I never did. I always, for some reason, couldn't connect with the second one. I thought it was pretty boring at times. I go back and watch it now and realize it's a pretty good movie, but I've seen the first one like literally 100 times. So I can quote that whole movie, and I even watched it on TV the other night
Yeah.
on FX.
Yeah, I remember this story.
So I'm watching it, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. Because I know this movie.
Right.
He notices the smallest
I
thing
know this movie.
he
I'm
could
like,
possibly notice.
they're speeding up the action sequences so they can fit the time frame.
Are
They
they?
totally
Yeah.
were.
Nice. Have you
Like,
seen where they
it was
speeded up
weird.
Seinfeld on TBS
No.
so they could fit it? Yeah, and get more ads in.
You know where, so Goblin breaks into Jonah's office, right?
Right, he flies
And
through.
Spider-Man comes behind him, and he's like, hey, Gobby, and he goes, whoosh, and swings around
Yeah.
with his
Yeah,
glider.
so real quick.
He did it really super quick, and I was like, that doesn't look right.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that whole time I'm watching that movie, I'm like, oh, this isn't right. It just felt awful.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I know that movie pretty well. Number 2, while I have said this is my favorite a lot of times before, I wasn't really thinking about how much I love Spider-Man. But The Dark Knight is without question the best Batman movie out there, the best DC movie out there. Freaking, what's his name? Heath Ledger died for that role as the Joker. So props to him.
Well, yesterday was like the anniversary of it, right?
Was it?
You have Heath
Oh,
Ledger's
came out in 2008. Oh,
No,
his death.
his
his
you mean?
death.
death. It was like the 11th anniversary, I guess. Is that right? Sorry, I'm just recording everyone's
don't
top
know.
stuff so that I can have
I
it
don't know.
and remember what they were.
But yeah, that movie is so good, and I'll go back to that and watch it forever. Number 3, Winter Soldier, which I think is the best MCU movie they've made. Just quality wise, I thought the action was good, the story was good, and I really liked Bucky in this story. I thought he was pretty cool. Just the interaction between him and Cap.
Is that why it's ranked above Infinity War?
Yeah.
I can't understand that.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
I think it's a better put together movie than Infinity War.
Right.
The reason I put Infinity War on my list is because it's such a big deal. It's a comic book movie.
It is.
That happened.
Yep.
You know,
It was also a really
got
good movie.
every single
Yeah.
Marvel character in one movie that they've put out so far. So that's my number 4 pick.
Right.
It's also a very good movie. So that's why I didn't want to put it at 5.
And number
Put
5
it at
was
least 4.
Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War is. I used to have that second to Winter Soldier, but Infinity War came, so I put that at 5.
Okay.
I really like Civil War. I like the Spider-Man parts in Civil War.
Right. I think those are probably
I
the
like
best
when he
parts of
catches
Civil War.
Bucky's punch and he's like, "You got a metal arm? That's so cool." And Bucky's like, "Like you just caught my punch."
That's gonna be nice.
Oh well.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, I really like that movie. The Russos do a great job with directing that movie. They're still cruising the ship right now, so I think
Right.
they're doing a pretty good job with it.
All right. Well, if you'll go ahead and click the button, I like your list, Riley. I like this. Oh, it's Wyatt. Wyatt. Now we are going to see what your top comic book movies are.
All right.
It's gonna be a ride.
All right. Let's
All
go
right.
for this
Let
ride.
me just explain myself here. All of the movies are more newer because I'm younger than these two.
Right.
So
Fair
I've
enough.
grown up with different movies and seen them in theaters. Like I haven't seen.
I like
any
the
of
inclusion of
Spider-Man
Guardians.
trilogy.
I wanted to put
Yeah.
Guardians on mine, but couldn't do it.
That is, dude, my just love of sci-fi. That's
I understand that.
Comics is cool, but
That's a
above
good
that is
movie.
sci-fi.
It is.
Yeah. All right. So number 1 is Avengers: Infinity War, and I have first reason for that. Just the fight scenes alone,
Right.
Like with all the different MCU characters coming together, especially when Doctor Strange alone matched the power of 3 Infinity Stones against Thanos. That was really cool for me. Like how he could just do those spells, and that mirror crystal thing he used to block that attack was really good. I really liked it, and just the stakes. That's the word I'm looking for. The stakes are half the universe in this movie, and they've teased Thanos throughout since the first Avengers movie, like in after credit scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
this is
Been
delivering.
building a long
yeah,
time.
This is delivering on that. So
It definitely delivered.
that's why I have to put it in my number 1 spot.
I feel like it's a good number 1.
At number 2, we have the first Deadpool movie. I love comedies. I love comics. I love Deadpool. Like when I was
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I do love Ryan Reynolds. That's a hunky man.
He is. I agree, Wyatt. I agree.
But I mean, these two know because I was reading Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe here before we did the episode on that, and I was in the other room laughing. Like they could hear me laughing.
Just hear him cackling.
Just- all the jokes were pretty well done. All the action was really well done. I love gun heroes.
Yep.
Like I mean, just it gets boring when they're just punching each other after a little while. So
That's
I
fair.
just like seeing him gun through 3 dudes at once with that desert.
When you
eagle.
read a Deadpool comic, don't you read it in Ryan Reynolds' voice?
I do.
I do
Everybody
too.
does.
He was born
I
for
couldn't
that
get
role.
over the Pikachu movie. I was like, that's Deadpool Pikachu.
I gotta say something about that. Since it's PG-13, they get one use of the F word. So I'm thinking since only the kid can hear Pikachu, what's gonna happen is he's gonna like stub his toe,
Nah,
and
I
there's
don't think
gonna
they'll allow that.
no, he's gonna stub his toe, and he's gonna like go on a tirade of swearing. But I mean, since the kid isn't there, like you just hear him go Pika, 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 and then like the kid walks in, and you just hear at the end him just say it one more time.
That would be great.
That'd be
okay.
great.
I'm on board for that. I didn't
Yeah.
think I was, now I am.
So yeah, Deadpool is just one of my number 1.
So what's your stance on Deadpool
Characters.
2 then? I'm one of those people in the
It's-
camp of I like Deadpool 2 better
I
than
like-
Deadpool 1.
I
like
agree with that.
I didn't want this list to be too much of one thing.
Right.
So
See, that's what I do with my list.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Really?
Deadpool 1 just a little bit more than Deadpool 2. Just because it introduced everything, and I really like Deadpool's origin story.
Dude, the Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut is really cool. I struggled
Holy
with
shit, boy.
I struggled deciding which one to put,
Gosh, I love that scene.
but I mean I just couldn't. That bridge fight, dude. The bridge fight in Deadpool 1, I just can't.
Oh, the opening scene?
The
Yeah.
opening
Yeah.
one. It was leaked to me, so I wasn't as impressed with it as I should have.
I was very
Because they had
impressed.
the
That's why it's above
leak
Deadpool
come out
2.
before the movie did,
Mm.
and it was
That was
basically
why
a
it
shot
got
for
made.
shot thing.
Dang.
So I was like,
That was pretty much why it got made.
Yeah,
They
it
leaked
was.
the footage.
it definitely was.
And okay, so that's enough about Deadpool. Next on number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
I support this pick.
You support it.
I do support
Do you not
this
support
pick.
the other two?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, Civil War's
I
5
just
on
support
Riley's.
this more
Yeah.
than the others.
So Guardians,
Yeah,
Just-
I didn't even think to put it in my list.
my love of sci-fi is over my love of comics, and this blends both together in a really unique way. In the soundtrack from the
Yeah.
80s, and the fight scenes also, because I love fight scenes. That's just, I'm a stickler for that. Were also really good, showing off everyone's different powers and gear and whatnot. Plus we have Groot, who, I mean, they cast freaking
Vin
Vin Diesel, and they only gave him one line.
Yeah.
I was okay with that.
Yeah.
Batista was the one who like really surprised me.
Yeah. he's
I was like,
also
all right,
great.
surprise, all right. I was like, Batista's gonna be crap at this movie. He's a professional wrestler. He don't know what he's doing.
I mean,
And then he was awesome.
this is a
Why
movie.
would I rub my finger on your throat?
Yeah.
Try this one. Why is Gamora?
Yeah. You can't see me.
Oh.
I am not moving.
Yep.
That was awesome.
But this is a movie with such great visuals, soundtrack, and just plotline and whatnot. At the end of it, the villain is defeated through a dance-off, and you're
Right.
okay with that. So I had to
Yeah,
put it on my
that's
list.
true.
I had to. So next we have Captain America: Civil War as number 4, which this is when I saw this in theaters, and when it blended, firstly, Tom Holland Spider-Man was, I liked it.
Mhm.
It was his first introduction to
Yeah.
the series,
He was great.
and that airport battle scene,
Yes.
like you said, where he catches Bucky's arm, he's just like,
Have you seen a clip of Bucky's face?
No, I haven't.
When he catches that
Yeah.
punch, Bucky's like, like he's terrified.
I would be terrified too if I had
Just that
metal
first,
arms. I caught it.
that first introduction on the roof, and he just catches Cap's shield, and he's like, "Hey, everyone!"
Underoos.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Oh.
But just
And when he's like, when he attacks Giant Man, and
yeah, I am John. Yeah,
And he wraps
man.
around him, makes around
You guys
him.
seen that really old movie, Empire Strikes Back? How old is this kid, Tony?
Yeah, that was great. I'm really excited for Far From Home.
And
now,
just
too.
the clash between Far From Home is going to be real good, but the clash between the Avengers over the
Iron Man
I like,
and Cap fight at the
yeah.
end is really awesome.
Mhm.
and I like to call
And
them-
also, they make the sides really good.
Mhm.
They both have good points.
Yeah.
You could join either side. Nobody came out looking bad,
And like they,
which was hard to do.
it was a very believable for the title. So it's Civil War and the Avengers,
they tied
and I mean it's a good believable.
right.
they tied it to what had been happening, like the Markovia stuff.
Mhm.
Right.
Really, this
Um,
is a big movie, not just for Cap, but just for the entire MCU as a whole, for what
Yeah.
it sets up.
Mhm. Except Thor and Hulk aren't in it.
Yeah,
Is he though?
they're too busy out in space. Okay, I guess I'll move on to number 5, which Riley hates me for this one.
I hate you a little too.
Tanner does too. When I sent the list, I defended it because I knew I was going to get hate for it.
Yeah.
But let me clarify. I'm underlining the first part of this 5 times over the reason movie is on my list. The movie is Batman v Superman. Underline Batman 5 times because this was the first time I went to a theater to see a Batman movie, and I was
You poor fella.
yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah.
You're going to make me weep.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
So everything with Superman, Lex is
Lex
crazy.
is awful.
That is not
plan.
Lex.
That's not
That
Lex
is
Luthor.
not Lex.
Yes, whatever.
Please know that.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Luthor. There.
No wonder he doesn't like comics sometimes.
Yeah. His convoluted plan that included pissing in a jar.
Granny's peach tea, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Lex Luthor is such a good character.
Yeah.
You
He
have
is.
to know.
He is.
Let me just here product placement. Jolly Rancher.
Oh yeah, that was actually
That was terrible.
I liked that, but also
The one
was weird.
reason, the only reason this is on my list is every scene before the Martha scene that had Ben Affleck as Batman.
why would you say that name?
That was stupid. But when Batman went into the warehouse against all those thugs to save Superman's mom,
Oh, that was
that
cool.
was one of the greatest
That
fight
was
scenes
cool.
I've
The fight
ever
scene was
seen.
really good. The
Oh,
Batman
I go
fight
back
scenes
and
were
watch
good. You're
that
right.
every now.
You're right. It
That's
was
the
good.
best live action Batman scene we've ever gotten.
Yeah, that is the reason this is on my list. Him,
One scene.
not that,
That's all it takes.
all the others. Like when we get to see him doing actual detective work, like going undercover at the party, whatnot. Him, the Batmobile action, also really good.
Yeah.
Even if it was a Batman who is darker and who doesn't care about lives lost, because he just opens up with a minigun on
See,
this.
that's the reason
That's
I
one of the reasons
really
you don't-
couldn't get behind
yeah.
this movie. Is because Batman killed people. You know, that's
There-
you don't do that.
well, there's
That's
Batman
that's the
that-
only line he doesn't cross.
there's
Like, you know,
there's other Batman that is more dark where it happens, like in the comics as well. There is.
There was just a lot of questions I had.
Yeah.
Of why does this make sense and why?
Oh yeah, the
do I
movie as
care?
a whole is like all twisted up, and you can't.
There's
tell
just too
what's
much.
going on.
There's too much going on.
But just
It's
for,
too much setup, too
That's
little
my
payoff.
gripe though. Is that Batman kills people. That's just not Batman.
I just enjoyed
That's the
Batman
plot.
too much to not have it included at the number 5 spot. Like nothing else.
Couldn't put the Dark Knight. You know, the
Uh,
quintessential Batman movie.
Dare.
I'm sorry.
Let the boy have his
I'm
opinion.
sorry. It's alright. You can have his opinions. Alright, we go to my list.
I guess we'll go
After I
with yours.
roast Wyatt, we're going to go to my crap list.
Which way is your list?
Probably left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
there
kind
it
of
is.
did it out of
Okay.
order.
It's alright.
Here we go.
Alright, so my top comic book movie of all time is Logan. I love the
Okay.
X-Men. I love Hugh Jackman.
It's a good movie.
Logan was an awesome movie.
Mhm.
Logan had great cinematography. Freaking Johnny Cash.
Dum, dum,
And then
dum.
Hugh Jackman just being jacked.
Dum, dum, dum.
There's so many awesome scenes.
But he limps like the whole movie.
He's old. He's old. The adamantium's eating him up. It was an
Yeah.
awesome movie. Number 2, Infinity War, for all the reasons they said. Number 3, X-Men Days of Future Past. I love Days of Future Past. I love the X-Men
See,
movies.
that's a weird pick. for
See, I
me.
like the X-Men movies, though. So,
Did you like Apocalypse?
it was okay. I don't really
Okay.
care much for the new cast. I,
didn't know
really
you
like
remember-
the old cast.
Okay.
I didn't know your number 4 pick was from a comic.
It is.
Did not
Based
know
on a
this.
comic. So that's why I said any comic book movie. I mean, it didn't have to be superheroes.
That would have been. That may have been.
So what I said was X-Men Days of Future Past. I really liked the movie.
Why that one over the others though? Is what I'm
Over the other
asking.
ones, the plot was really good. It fixed the continuity as much as it could.
Okay.
It's what I want the DCEU to do with their continuity.
You like-
and do like a flashpoint of that. That's what this was. It
You
was
like
the flashpoint
Wolvie going back in time
of X-Men. Yes, it was the flashpoint of the
Okay.
X-Men. It fixed the timeline as much as they could. Having different actors for different characters. It fixed what they could. And Hugh Jackman, again, was awesome. Jennifer Lawrence, all those original. First Class, if I had a choice, it'd probably be in the top 10. I love First Class.
I do like the guy who plays Magneto. What's his
Yeah,
name?
I can't think of it
I like
right now. I
him
was
as
trying to think of his name
Magneto.
too. But yeah, X-Men Days of Future Past, clearly a number 3. Number 4 is Kingsman. I love James Bond, love spy movies. Kingsman holds that. It's also more adult like Deadpool, so that's why it's number 4 for
If
me.
you haven't seen Kingsman, please
see Kingsman.
go
Go
buy
see
it or something.
Also,
that's a good movie.
It's a movie that I can watch. It's like a guilty pleasure movie where you can just turn it on. It's like popcorn, junk food. It's a junk food.
It's a good movie.
It's
though.
a good
like
movie.
it's real good.
It's a good movie. There's leaps of logic and stuff. It's like the Fast and Furious, you know. It's like stupid, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm on board.
I like Eggsy's driving scenes.
Right. stupid, but
They're awesome.
awesome.
Bro.
And number 5 was an animated movie. I believe I'm the only one with an animated movie
I
on here.
didn't think of them because I would probably put one of the Batman animated movies over Batman Fetus.
See,
to be honest.
number 5, Batman
Better
Under the
not
Red
think
Hood.
about
Your
it.
controversial pick.
Batman
Yeah.
Under the Red Hood is a movie that I want to be made into live action. I don't care if they use the same plot. I don't care if they read from the same script. I want that movie live action just because I love that movie. And I think Red Hood is a great character.
Yeah,
they tried
I
to
like
pull him
Red
off
Hood.
in the Arkham video games. I don't think they did as good a job as this movie. But in the end, you're just like, wow, that was a Batman movie. And that was awesome. So that's why I'm my
pretty
number
good.
5. So, now that we have all got our choices laid out, I would like to now make a definitive list of our top 5 movies. So, to review, Riley's number 1 was Spider-Man. His number 1 was Avengers Infinity War, and my number 1 was Logan. Now, out of those number 1s, what would y'all like to make the top movie? Now, if I was us, I say we decide between Spider-Man and Logan as number 1, because Infinity War can easily go to our number 2 spot. But that's just me. Oh, honestly, well, Deadpool and The Dark Knight too. So number 1, we have Spider-Man, Logan, Infinity War.
I can understand why Logan and Spider-Man would be above
Infinity War.
Infinity War on this list.
What do you think? Think Infinity War?
You know what I think, but like,
I think Infinity War too. Okay, we'll put Infinity War at the top.
probably.
Okay.
So Infinity War is going to go at the top. Number 2. Our number 2s were, and we can include number 1s too if y'all would like to. No, our number 2s were The Dark Knight, Deadpool, and I believe mine was.
Dark Knight.
You think Dark Knight?
I think
Mine was Infinity War.
Yeah.
So Dark Knight or Logan?
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight?
Yeah. The man died.
Knight.
The man died for that
Man
role.
died.
Dark Knight, okay, and let's see here. Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe my number 3 was X-Men Days of Future Past.
I say Guardians.
Guardian.
Yeah.
I agree with Guardians.
Yeah.
That's a good. Guardians. Guardians. Okay, number 4. You all had Civil War. Riley had Infinity War, and then I had Kingsman. So, but we can also include any ones that we didn't include, which is Logan, Days of Future Past, Deadpool, Winter Soldier, and yeah, that's it.
I mean, Civil War is up there for me.
I put Civil War in there.
Civil War. I was gonna say Civil War or Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Number
I put it above
5,
that.
we had Civil War. Well, let me go back to the list. Civil
Winter
War,
Soldier.
BVS, and
Definitely not that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Batman Under the Red
I
Hood.
apologize,
I say we
everyone.
put Logan at number 5.
Well, I'll give it
Your
to you.
list is taking a beating.
I'll give
so
it to you.
I'll give it to you.
Logan at number 5. All right. So there's our definitive ranking of our favorite comic book movies. I hope you enjoyed.
Please don't be too mean to me in the comments.
Please don't be too mean to
Let him
Wyatt.
have it.
Let him have it. Kill him. Do whatever you want to. So, for
Have
the
mercy.
ending segment, we are now going to do our ending segment for the podcast, the first issue of the ChimiComicsCast, and that is trivia. Today's competitors are Wyatt and Riley.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
If this is comic
So,
trivia, I'm gonna tell you now.
This
I'm
segment
gonna
is
be
called "That's Right." Blank. Blank. So this
right.
these trivia is going to be team themed. So for this, it's not really trivia; it's more of just a question
Okay.
that y'all have to answer. And then if you
Is it
answer differently,
time-based?
if you answer differently, also try to answer what I would answer because I'm giving you the points. Okay, so ready? This is team themed. So Justice League or the Avengers?
JLA.
Yeah, Justice League.
Justice League, no argument there, right? Okay. You both get points. 1 point for both of you. Teen Titans or X-Men?
Teen Titans.
X-Men.
Darn, I should have said
Argue.
X-Men. Okay,
You can sell me on your opinion.
Go ahead.
Teen Titans cartoon. The original. Loved it. That's part of my childhood right there. The characterization, the art style of the animation, the fights, everything, the movie. That was just above what a cartoon should be for me as a kid. And I was a smarter kid and was watching more advanced stuff.
I
at
really
that
liked
time.
the girl in that show, the Beast Boys girlfriend. What was her name?
Tara.
Tara. I love Tara. She was my childhood crush when I was little.
She has a tough time though. With
Oh, yeah.
Slade,
Oh, yeah.
especially
Maybe that's
now
why I
that
like
I've
her.
watched, now that I've watched Judas Contract movie.
Yeah.
She had a tough time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's my reasons for Teen Titans.
All right.
Teen Titans is a pretty good one.
Riley, you only have to answer one thing.
No, hear me out. It was started by Marv Wolfman and George Perez.
Right.
They did Crisis. That we
Right.
read. And Jeff Johns also took that series, did a really good job with it. And I like the Titans, but the X-Men is too strong. They've been going since the beginning of Marvel. That was a Stan Lee creation. Then you got Chris Claremont, who wrote it for 20 years straight. It's one of the best comic runs ever made in all time. So they got an animated show that was one of the best. Some would argue that was the best animated show to come out of the 90s. Then you've got the X-Men live action movies that went on for a long time. There's been, what, like 9 of those movies?
Or more. I'm not really sure. If we count Deadpool.
Yeah, if
That
you
is
count
insane.
Deadpool, there's like 11 movies. So I just think X-Men's more successful and it's got better stories.
Yeah, Teen Titans has kind of taken a hit recently.
Titans show is actually pretty good.
Titan show was great.
Fight me on it.
Yeah.
No, I mean like the live action one.
Oh yeah,
It's actually pretty
I've
good.
heard it's good.
So anyways, Riley gets the point. So it's 2-1. So keeping the Titans in here. Young Justice versus Teen Titans.
That is
the
tough.
Titans.
Titans?
Tough for me. You never really got into Young Justice.
Like, are you asking about the comic characters or like the
Either way,
shows?
whatever you want to argue. Just the team in general.
I think the Teen Titans have a better team because they're older.
Right.
And they've got better characters. Like they've got the hard hitters like Robin and Nightwing's on there.
Right.
Yeah, he's in Young Justice too.
Yep.
I mean, all those characters from Teen Titans except
Starfire.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
And
both.
Raven, right?
Teen
Yeah,
Titans
Raven
have
isn't in
Starfire. So
What's your argument, Wyatt?
are you picking Young Justice?
No, I mean, they're both very similar,
Mm-hmm.
and the shows as well both go above and beyond what a cartoon would be when it comes to plot lines and characterization. I mean, especially just how they interact with each other and
Mhm.
develop. I would say the Teen Titans.
You both get points. Congratulations, Wyatt. Way to read me like a book. Justice Society of America or The Watchmen?
Watchmen, man. It's the Watchmen.
It's got to be Watchmen.
You both get points. Congratulations. So
Dr.
Riley,
Manhattan.
you have what? 4 now. Wyatt has 3. Suicide Squad versus the Sinister Six.
Dude. Like who would win or who you like more?
Just argue for one. I
Okay.
picked one. Who do you think I picked, Riley?
Sinister- Gosh, they're both so not well coordinated as teams.
Right,
They all hate each other.
right. That's why I chose them.
I don't know. I think you have more heavy hitters with the Sinister Six.
Okay.
I gotta agree with that.
You both get points. I did Sinister Six as well. Men in Black or the BPRD from Hellboy.
Men in Black.
I know
'cause I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
pick Men in Black. BPRD's good though. Like
Yes.
I don't know enough.
it's good
about it.
stuff.
Is that your choice?
Yeah,
Choose
it's got
Men in Black.
Hellboy on it, man.
What's your choice? Men in Black?
Yeah, Men in Black.
Men in Black 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're neck and neck now. Super Friends or Spider-Man and his amazing friends? Felt like this was a good choice.
Who was on the Super Friends again?
Super Friends was basically Justice
Yeah.
League.
Yeah, but why are they called the Super Friends?
It was
like
just
an
it was the
ogre.
TV show.
Yeah, it was a TV show, Super Friends.
Oh, gotcha.
And Spider-Man and his amazing friends, you know, is Firestar and
And Iceman.
Iceman.
Yep. I'm gonna go Super Friends then.
I gotta say Super Friends.
neither of you get points. The
I
answer
could've
was correct
pulled it.
as Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
You like that?
I liked that cartoon. I used to watch it when I was little all the time.
Had no idea.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Might as well watch the Japanese Spider-Man show.
Birds of Prey versus Spider-Women.
The Birds of Prey. They're like an actual thing.
Birds of Prey.
Well,
Like the Spider Women isn't a team. You know.
true. I just couldn't find a Marvel girl team. And I thought that was weird.
Come on,
So I was
Marvel,
like,
get with the
Spider
times.
Women, okay. It's like, that's my option. So, seeing as that happened, and Riley lost one, you lost one, y'all were evenly tied. We didn't have a winner. I'm sad.
Do you not have a tiebreaker?
No, should I?
Maybe.
What could be this that tiebreaker?
Come up with one.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Gotta be something funnier.
Then you need to come up with a way that we're not going to agree and we
Yeah.
have to argue for it.
Okay, I can give you two things.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Pick something I know about, please.
I will. Riley, you're gonna be arguing for Spawn the movie,
If you don't stop.
and Wyatt, you're gonna be arguing for Green Lantern.
I don't know.
Oh, I could do so much better with Green Lantern.
I don't know about that.
The movie. All right.
I don't know about the
Starting with Wyatt, because I feel like he has the easier one.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
confess something?
Go ahead.
He's
I've
never seen it.
You've never seen Green Lantern.
I heard it
Wow.
was bad, so I just never sat down and watched it.
Wow.
Can I just tell the viewers, never watch the Spawn movie?
He has his move with fashion.
I collect Blu-rays, and I don't even keep this in my collection, and I never do that. With anything. No matter how bad the movie is, so please don't buy that. Okay.
Riley wins just because he knew what the movie was. So Riley is the first winner
That's some BS. I told you to pick something I knew about.
of the ChimiComics.
Hey, it was
That's
fair.
right.
It was
So,
fair. You said
It was
you love
not
Ryan
fair.
Reynolds.
You didn't even defend yours. You just told people not to buy it. And
You didn't have
won.
anything to say at all.
I could have said, thank God Deadpool went back and killed Ryan Reynolds at the end of Deadpool 2.
Good Lord.
That would have got me some points, wouldn't it?
But you didn't.
Hey,
Anyways, so
It's Wyatt.
The
I'm
winner.
always right.
the winner of the first episode of That's Right is
That's right.
Riley. Riley Davis is the first winner of the trivia.
You took my thing, Riley.
So, that is our first annual issue 1 of the ChimiComicsCast. Thank you guys so much for listening to the first issue. If you could please support us by leaving a like on the video or a review on iTunes, we'd really like it as it helps us to keep producing content. ChimiComics will be back with more read and tells in the future, and so be on the lookout, and we will have issue 2 next month. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget to subscribe.